I'm tippy-toeing around the deck here carefully to try to give you a 360-degree view of the place we've been for the past weekend. Sharon found this place. It's a side channel of the Ottawa River. It's protected pretty much on all sides. It was a great place, very quiet. We saw beavers. We saw 2 different families of raccoons. Lots of birds. It was just a really nice, quiet location. And I think based on this, we'll probably let Sharon pick all the anchorages from now on. Plus, we had a really nice sunset every night.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Early in the morning. Put him in the long...
So we left Montreal a week ago Monday. We traveled the Canal de Rive Sud through 2 locks. To the St. Anne de Bellevue lock, where we had a seafood dinner and stayed overnight. This will give you a speeded up view of us going through one of the St. Lawrence Seaway locks. It's not as speeded up as I would have liked to make it, but it's the fastest I could run the video without losing all the quality. This is St. Anne de Bellevue, where they were having some kind of a public dance class.
Fascinating.
We left St. Anne de Bellevue the next morning, proceeded from there to the Carillon Lock, which is a pretty huge lock. Spent the night just outside the lock, waiting to go through the next morning. We toured the location of the original Carillon Lock and the lock keeper's house. Just visited the grounds, wandered all over the place. After leaving the Carillon Lock, we traveled to the town of Hawkesbury and spent the night there at the Golden Anchor Marina. As we were coming into the village on the boat, about a mile offshore, we saw a giant inflatable pig somewhere in the middle of the village. We went looking around. We couldn't find the pig, but we did find where the pig was. It was a smokehouse restaurant where we had dinner, and that was pretty great. After that, we traveled to the Chateau Montebello, which is sort of a place that's a little more upscale than we normally would visit, but we figured we were due for a treat. It's basically the world's largest log structure. A couple of great restaurants, and it just had a great time. There was an outdoor barbecue buffet that we went to. We wandered around the grounds. The inside was just amazing to tour around and look to see how they built the thing out of logs. And then before we left, we had our holding tank pumped out and had got some extra fuel, and then headed off to the anchorage that I showed you in the very beginning. And this is just to show you that we don't starve when we're on the boat. This is we made homemade pizza one night. That's when we were at the anchorage too.
That's all, folks.